this video, I'm going to show you how to easily make these rose cookies perfect for Valentine's Day or any other special occasion. So stay tuned and I'll show you how. Here are the things that I'm going to use: a 3.5-inch rose or apple cookie cutter, and I got that online and I will link it down below. Some pink and Christmas red food coloring by Wilton, some sanding sugar, some paper straws are optional, and some 6-inch lollipop sticks. Alright guys, let's get started. Alright guys, to get started, I'm going to go ahead and put my lollipop stick into my rose cutout. I found these back last year during springtime at Hobby Lobby. It's a craft store, and I thought they were really pretty with these bright colors. So I thought I'd use the green one for the stem. If you can't find any in color, just go ahead and use your plain white ones. These are all 6 inches. If not, you can try the paper straws. They come in a variety of colors and designs. Pick the green one so they can have a nice green stem. I think that will look really, really pretty. I just made one for a sample. The rest of them are going to be out of the lollipop sticks. So just go ahead and stick it right in between the large leaf and the little tiny leaf bud there, and then just squeeze it in, and you should be able to feel it till it gets around about a third of it right here. And try not to push it in too much because you want to be able to have a nice little handle and stem. So I'm just going to flatten that out because I left little ridges from my fingers. And then you can just go ahead and bake it like usual. And that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and bake them and then we can get started. Alright guys, now I can go ahead and fill this in. The popsicle stick is nice and firm in there, so it is ready now to be iced. I'm using a tip 4. You can use a tip 3, but I did notice that it does fill the cookie in a lot quicker with this tip 4. And this is in a flooding consistency, just not too runny, because again, I don't have an outline, so I need to be careful with having my icing go over. But just go ahead and fill this in and smooth the icing out. I'm going to try to bring the icing as close to the edge as possible. As you can see, this cutter, I believe, is like an apple with a leaf and the stem. But they sell it as a rose, because if you flip it over like this, you'll have like the nice little leaf there, and it's going to turn like a rose once it's done. But I do believe it is an apple. So if you have an apple cookie cutter with a leaf like this, you can use that, so that way you don't have to buy one. So just go ahead and smooth the icing out, and you're going to give this some time to dry. Give it about a couple hours to dry, then you can go ahead and do the leaf and your little swirl for the rose, and that'll be it. Alright, so this has had time to dry. So what I have here is my pink in a tip 1, and it's somewhat medium consistency but not too stiff. Now this has to match the color of the flower. If you're doing this in white, yellow, lavender, red, also make sure that the sanding sugar matches the same color. I have here also a brush and my tool, which I'm going to need. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start off right around here, and then I'm going to curl it around, and then I'm going to bring it all the way closest to the edge as possible. Bring it around, and then around here I'm just going to curl it this way, and that is it. Then I'm going to put in my sanding sugar. I'm going to brush this off with my brush. And then with the tool, I'm going to kind of open this here, give it a pathway here so it won't be so closed up. If you happen to do like a little bit of a wiggly line, your hand is kind of shaky, just wait till you add the sanding sugar to fix it. It corrects a lot easier that way than trying to fix it with just the icing on its own. I found that this is way easier to control and manage. See how you can just push the line really easily. Okay, so that is it. So I'm going to give this just about half an hour or so to dry. I'm going to go in here with my green, and I just want to make sure that I don't touch any of this here. but you can go ahead and ice your leaves if you want. But I'm just going to give this about half an hour for this to crust. That way I don't accidentally puncture it or damage it. So give this some time to dry, and then I'm going to be back. Alright guys, so I gave this a touch of dry. So what I have here is my leaf green in a tip 2 and my electric green in a tip 0, but you can use a tip 1. They're very similar. So what we're going to do here is fill in the big leaf first, and then just fill it in. And then you're going to smooth your icing out. Okay, really quickly with your lighter green, you're going to make a few lines. Into one in the center, and then one at the top and one at the bottom. These are going to be curved. And then with a little tool or toothpick, anything that you're using, go ahead and pull the ends out. That way they don't dry like blunt. They have a nice little sharp end. Make sure that also your icing has been pushed in so it can dry nice and flat. So I'm going to put this aside and give it about 5 minutes to grab just a tiny crust, because I want to do the second one, or else it's just going to kind of merge and it's not going to give it a nice separation. So just give it about 5 minutes or so. Just do the other ones and then come back to that one, and then just do the leaf here on the side, same way. Filling it in, and then smoothing the icing out and bring it in your lighter green. It's going to be really small lines here because it's a really tiny leaf. And again, pulling those little ends to make that look a little bit more nicer instead of having that really rounded end. And that is it for that. So give this about an hour and a half, 2 hours to dry, and that way you can package them if you like. So I'm gonna finish up the rest, put them all together, and that'll be all. Alright guys, there you have it. Rose cookies, perfect for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, a birthday, any special occasion. You can wrap these up individually, put them in a little cellophane bag, tie them up, put a little bow, or you can set them up like this. If you do put them like this, make sure that you have a nice bottom heavy container, a metal or ceramic. Don't make it light like this. This is just here for sample, but they are pretty heavy, so they will topple over if you don't have something heavy underneath. This just has some foam that you can get from like the dollar store, and then just put some grass or some tissue paper, make them really pretty. So I hope you like how that turned out. I really do like these paper straws. You know how they're in style right now. They do kind of make them look a bit vintage. I think these are so cute. The colored ones, you may be able to find them now, since I got these last year during spring, so they might be coming out again. So just go to the craft store and see if they may come out with some of these. They do lose a little bit of color during baking time. The pigment kind of fades a little bit, but other than that, they're very well made. Or else you can use the white one, or you can go ahead and use the paper ones, either one. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching guys, and have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Have a good one guys.